Here it is, the Fattie front sponsons from ProWatercraft. I'm Chris Hagist and I'm going to show you how to install them. So we were listening to you guys. Some of you like to screw the sponson on from the side, and some of you want a kind of nut bolt scenario like with a 3-bolt pattern. Some of you have seen that how the screw goes in, you're not comfortable, you kind of need some hardware on the backside. So with this sponson, they're going to come with no holes. You're going to be in charge of drilling or choosing which style you want. On this sponson, you see we have 7 spots where you drill and screw. Again, it's going to be up to you to drill the holes and then you can install the screw. So it's real simple like that. So the product will come with 7 screws, and we suggest pre-drilling the sponson with a large 6mm drill bit or 1/4-inch drill bit. And then you're going to come back and drill into the hole with the smaller drill bit, which is an 11/64. So install, you'll need some tools. I got my power tools here, screw, drill, get our proven silicone, which is totally awesome stuff. You'll need a tape measure so you can measure from the back of the hull to the end of the sponson. And then maybe some tape to help the cleanup. Of course, rags, gloves. This is kind of how we do it at our shop. All right, installing the Fattie front sponsons. The sponson's going to come without any holes drilled. It's going to be up to you to drill into these countersunk areas. You'll use a 1/4-inch drill bit when you do that, but when you actually put it on the ski and drill it, you're going to do it with a 11/64. So I like the 7 screws, or I like the drill and screw method, because I don't have to reach to the inside of the ski. It's all from the outside. It's drill, screw, silicone, clean it up. It's a really simple install, and I'm going to show you how to do it now. Measuring the sponson we're measuring to the end of the sponson, right? But we're not grabbing the end of the bond flange. We're actually grabbing the end of the edge of the hole here, right? So the measurement we're suggesting is 45 1/4. So I'm going to go up to 45 1/4, which is all the way up here. And I got a little piece of tape, which I like using a piece of tape. Stick it right on that edge, 45 1/4. It's always helpful to have an extra set of hands, someone to kind of hold the sponson at the front. And with this install, it's easier to start on the flat section of the hull, right? So I'm gonna line up the back with my piece of tape. I'm gonna push all the way up. So this is gonna be a drill and then screw in and then move to the next hole. So again, don't skip holes, do one at a time, work your way to the front. Once we get it all drilled and screwed, we'll take it off and do silicone. So we want to kind of just work through our pre-fit stage first. So as I'm installing the screws, I'm making sure me and my helper are pushing up on it. Want to make sure that this is as flush as possible, right? It's push up all the way, especially on this watercraft. It's the measurement and up as high as you possibly can go, and that'll give you the best location. Next step is prep for silicone. So Gary Hart, actually, Jet Trim, taught me this trick. You put it right close to the seam, maybe not right over the seam, but maybe a 1/16 gap, couple millimeters on each side. So when you do swipe the silicone, you got a really nice pull of the tape. It's kind of like a painter's trick, right? So we're gonna continue the trend as Gary taught us. So it's taped, it's ready to go. You can see there's a little white gap in there. That's what's going to be left of the silicone once I do wipe it. Let's take it off and silicone time. Yeah, you just want the screw to go in and the silicone to kind of follow through. And sometimes the silicone lays on the tip of the screw, so if your hand's in there, you get a little protection from the abrasiveness of the screw. It also helps it kind of bite a little bit better as far as the screw not coming loose. follow these steps and you're pretty much guaranteed to have a sponson that's going to stay there the life of the ski. Okay, here we are. First screw, start from the back. You know, got it sticking up. So when you go to put it on, you obviously want to be careful not to like drag the silicone across the area that's not going to get silicone. You kind of want to carefully tuck it underneath the yeah, there you go, exactly. Don't do that. You know, your tape's obviously going to help you guide it. There we go. We suggest gloves because then your fingers look like this. All right, so you know, when you get a lot of squeeze, that's a good thing, right? Because that, you know, you have enough silicone in there. So this is where you can obviously see where pushing over the tape, you know, the tape is protecting the hull from getting all messy with silicone. And obviously it can be a really messy job if you're, you know, you get silicone everywhere, and you obviously want to put a lot of silicone on. So just kind of scooping some off little by little. Yeah, so, okay, so I use the impact on to screw it on, right? If you're not confident in the impact, it doesn't hurt to come back and just, you know, feeling the screwdriver and the screws biting in and it being all stiff is, you know, one little step that gives you that security. So you kind of want to repeat these steps for the other side and let it sit for at least 24 hours, depending on where you're at. You know, obviously you don't want to rush it before you get to the water. So this install is easy, and you can find more products like this at ProWatercraft.com.